Hi Leo, welcome to your reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and this will be your Sun in Gemini reading. So it will be relevant during the time the Sun transits Gemini, or trust that the message is for you when it finds you. Okay, Leo? I got a little bit of information for you channeling just now, and we'll confirm with the cards or see if something else comes out. What I feel is that you're in a state feeling very fierce, bold, confident, and yet at the same time extremely unsure of yourself. So that's kind of a strange place to be, right? So you're both in that Leo confident energy as well as doubting yourself in some way. Perhaps the outside world is not yet matching your reality of what you're working on internally, okay? I do see that I heard you're quick to talk, ready to act, and I do see that you're on the path and in your power, Leo. So that's very good. We're just going to examine what it is that could be getting in the way here and what it is that you might change to see better results in your life. To be honest, Leo, I do feel that this could be a bit of an issue in your mind, and I am being told that you could try to defend yourself against intrusive thoughts. So if the doubt is coming within, in the mind, do defend yourself, because I feel that in your soul, you're on the right track, doing whatever it is you're doing. It's just there is some defensive, sword-like energy in the mind. And, you know, I did hear for you, you could be feigning confidence, and I don't mean that in a bad way at all. It's more of a fake it till you make it kind of energy where you're doing this, or you could use this tactic until your emotions catch up. Okay, Leo? So, let's get an oracle message for you first, and then see what else comes out. I will read this one to you, as there could be an activation that you need to hear this month, or whenever it is you're tuning in. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. Sun in Gemini reading. Yeah, I was feeling some difference between the mind, the body, the soul, the heart. And so in your soul and in that fire, you're definitely on the right track. I think it's just that your physical world might not be catching up to what you already know is true for yourself. So do defend yourself against any harmful thoughts that are coming your way. Message for Leo. Let's see what we have here. Master of Chalices. Look at that. Look at that blue energy. So this is traditionally the King of Cups, but let's see what this Master of Chalices has to say for you. I do know that this deck doesn't include descriptions for the people cards, so give me just a second. I'm going to read you the description for the suit of chalices here. As fluid as the waters of Oceania are so the energies represented in the suit of chalices, the tool that represents how the human soul contains or flows with the ever indefinable emotions of its experience in this phase of its existence. It is often difficult to interpret, just as it is so often difficult to see through the emotional peaks and valleys of the journey, to understand what forces, internal and external, are at play at any given time of the seeker's quest. The chalice can be overflowing with endless streams of joy and celebration. It can be shared with others. It can be upright, ready to be filled, or overturned, empty, and shattered. The element of water, like the suit of chalices, can be steaming, vaporous, icy, unleashed, and stagnant. It can be crystalline, like the beautiful depictions of Dr. Masaru Emoto's water crystals, or watery and murky and dark like clouds over our field of vision. Chalices represent the subconscious, emotions, love and relationship, sensuality, and all the illusions and impermanence that we can experience when we attempt to stifle or contain emotion. They can speak of openings and intuition and the sense of blissful celebration that comes from going with the flow of all that life brings to us. Okay, and so coming through as the master, this is some sort of authority figure over your emotions, over that water depiction we just heard. Right. Okay. So Leo, I'm going to jump right into the cards for you because I want to see how this all connects. Could it be that you're keeping track of any, I just heard wherewithal emotions? It's kind of a, like a word, I can't get the right word. Vast and overflowing, a reflection of yourself. I'm getting another message about, with this reflection here, I'm getting another message about the world reflecting back to you what you already know. So whatever it is, like I said, in your soul, do keep continuing on with what it is you're doing and wait for the emotions to catch up. And I think that they will catch up when the world reflects back to you what you already know. It's, you know, as this card spoke of the internal and the external, you know, we don't want to rely on external validation by any means, Leo. I understand that. But I think that the world will catch up and it will reflect back to your emotional self what it is you already know within. So, another message. By training your emotions, by really feeling into it, by being secure in that, it might help actually the world to move forward with you and to meet you at that point. That's very cool, Leo. Okay, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. Sun, Gemini. Reading. What does Leo need to know? One more. Ooh! Six of Pentacles. Look at that. That's some sort of equal give and take reciprocity. As I said, the world meeting you halfway, reflecting back to you what you already know, what you already are. In this Six of Pentacles, there is some sort of ritual involved here. So it's a bit different than the traditional depiction. There's a ritual and there's a binding of hands. Wow. So beyond the kind of soulmate romantic notions of that, I think in terms of self-mastery, I just heard, it's like this, it's like spirit or the elder council or ascended masters kind of helping to bring you and the world together at this sort of meeting point, this equality. So the world giving back to you what you're putting out. That's what I feel with this. Cool. And this figure in the middle, his feet are bare. So there's something pure about this. So as I said before, when I mentioned that phrase that popped up, fake it till you make it, it has nothing to do with being fake at all. It has to do with letting your emotions catch up with what is already happening in your soul, and the world reflecting back to you all that you are. It's very pure. Some cards for Leo. What do they need to know? Sun to Moon, Rising, North Node. Ten of Swords. I do feel that you could have that mental conflict that we were speaking about, and it could be coming to an end. Perhaps there's an activation. My nose is itching. I apologize. This happens when I channel. There could be an activation within this reading that helps prompt you forward to end this cycle of emotional conflict. Excuse me, I said emotional. That's interesting because the swords is the suit of air, and that refers to the mental body. But it slipped right out of my mouth. So could there be some sort of emotional conflict, and could this be the end of that cycle for you? The 10 of Swords depicting that like finality end. The sun is rising for you. I mean, Leo, you're the sun. The 10 is a completion. This figure is all twisted and bound. I'm getting like massive Bauhaus vibes from this. Peter Murphy. So there's something also about potentially, if you're in the spotlight in some way, some sort of vulnerability. It could actually be a great asset to you. It gives you an edge, I just heard. Wow, that is really cool. Your vulnerability in the spotlight gives you an edge. And I mean, take that and apply it wherever it is in your life. If you're a public speaker, if you're a journalist, if you are, an artist of some sort, whatever it is for you, or if it's just I saw someone with like a side business or a hobby that is very important to you. It's just not your main career. But I see someone using social media and like, they're very real. It gives you an edge. People like this. People like this. It's too simple to put it that way. That was me. That was in spirit. This gives you an edge. Your vulnerability gives you an edge, Leo. That is really cool. 7 of Wands. Ooh, all of those? Okay. Well, let's dig in. 7 of Wands. The High Priestess, the Hierophant, oh my god, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, give me just a second. I want to rearrange these cards a little bit. Wow. Okay, I'm getting a lot of messages at once, so I'm going to try to get to all of them. A lot is coming through for you, Leo. 1, with this 7 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, I'm seeing this as one figure in the 6 of Pentacles. And I'm seeing this as the world, your audience, the public, your critics, all of that. Like the other, whatever that body is, your people, your viewers, apply it. I'm seeing that 1, there's going to be a new cycle in viewership, and they're going to have different interests and tastes. So it's kind of like, I see sort of like the masses, and it's kind of like their interests, just for example, and say watching television, their interests are changing. It's beginning a new cycle, and it's changing. So this is the world. also, I see that people right now, I don't want to get too deep into this, but I see that people right now are distrustful with the Seven of Wands. They're defensive and distrustful. But there's something about you, Leo, that speaks to them. Because of your vulnerability, because of your rawness. I just heard raw power. Whew, I have chills all over. So raw power. There's something about you that speaks to them. Wow. And then on this other side of the Six of Pentacles, you, Leo, coming through as the High Priestess and the Hierophant. The most spiritually blessed couple in the tarot. I mean, these two figures, I say couple because as like a coupling, as a pair. Okay. These two figures are the most mystical we have. One has to do with inner knowing, the other has to do with sort of doctrine and study. Combining the two is powerhouse. It's a powerhouse move. So this could be a combination, Leo, whatever you do, a combination of raw talent, as I heard before, raw power, but this is raw talent, naturally born gift, combined with practice, study, doctrine, the way, mystery schools, mystery tradition, aligning, teaching. It's a combination of those two. So it's a sort of a divine blueprint as well as meeting your potential at the same time. So it's kind of like that idea that humans have free will, and it's kind of stepping up to accept whatever it was you agreed to do in this lifetime. And I feel that you're doing that. I feel that you're doing that, and perhaps while the world is not acknowledging you in the way that you feel you should be at this time, I think a rawness about that, a kind of fuck it attitude about that, gives you genuine credit. It gives you sort of like you seem real. I just heard street cred. So it gives you something genuine. With this Four of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles here, under the Six of Pentacles, this is very stable energy for you in your life, Leo. The Four is, it is stability. The Four is, it can be stagnant, but the Four is very secure. And the Knight of Pentacles, also very stable and secure. The Six, bringing joy and pleasure and happiness and safety and comfort. The Four and the Knight, I see hard work paying off. Don't get too caught up in like being a sort of misanthropic, I've been misunderstood kind of artist. There's a time and a place for that. But I think the like, that raw edge you have, like what I'm trying to say, what they're trying to convey to me is like, do you see how this figure is just so, he has his fists down, he's just so kind of grumpy, kind of pouty. And I mean, Leo, that can happen for you sometimes. I know you know that. If you're not getting the attention you know you deserve. You know, it's not a selfishness thing. It's just the world is not catching up to you thing. But I can guarantee that if you just keep working hard and moving forward, instead of getting pouty about it, you're gonna see some results. The world will meet you. Okay? Okay, Leo. I'm gonna pull... Do we want one more of these? Hold on. Leo, I could spend like an hour with your reading. This is so cool. Ooh, there's another card that flipped. 2 cards that flipped. Oh my god. Holy shit. I knew that there was more, but I didn't know that they were already waiting for us. Oh, this is cool. I have chills again. Your reading is, wow, I could do this all day. The moon and the sun are just waiting for you. They were there hidden in the deck and we didn't even know it. So in your deck of cards in life, there's this energy waiting for you and you don't even know it. Once you just continue with this hard work, moving forward, if slowly, this is what's waiting for you, which is a mirror in a way to this, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. It's got a similar vibe, these pairings. I mean, this amount of major arcana coming through for you, this is an extremely important time or cycle that you're going through. Like life-changing, important. Like the make or break point for you, for your career, for whatever it is you spend your time and energy working on. Or if that's self-improvement in some way, or study. Or planning, I just heard. The sun and the moon. Internal and external, masculine and feminine. Solar, lunar. Oh, this could be about the eclipses this year. In between the 2 eclipses could be when your make or break point is. If not, if you're viewing this at a different time, it's just something between the sun and the moon. Some energy between the sun and the moon. And it's waiting for you. It's like already here for you, available to you. So let's think back. We did this spread. I said, I think there might be a little more. I looked and they were already there. They were already flipped. So I had missed them earlier by no mistake. Saw them when I went back because I had that hunch that there was something there. So apply that if you will. I just think simply continuing on and having that vulnerability will really bring you success. Wow. Leo. I'm gonna see if there's anything else in the tarot that we need to clarify these other cards. This is my OG deck, and we can use it to find out pretty much anything, but we don't always. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node. Eight of Pentacles just flipped out. What's weird is that I don't usually cut my cards like this, but this month I had to do it this way. It's very strange. I would like to go back to the normal way I do things, but you know, we don't ask questions. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I think I see you just continuing your hard work. There's something really graceful about someone who does the work no matter the recognition. And this can fit in any way. If by doing the work means for you in your own recovery or your own program or your own whatever that is for you, you know, a spiritual program, a spiritual practice, doing that work on yourself despite whether or not anyone else is going to see because it's about you, that's beautiful. Doing the work, making the music, practicing your craft. No matter or not, if anyone is going to buy the album, that's beautiful. I know that someone's going to buy the album, I'm telling you. But it's about doing it anyway. Doing it despite that, despite not knowing. The moon is secrets, it's hidden. The sun is just the opposite. It's illumination, it's being in the light. Balancing those two things, like even if you, by viewing this, you know people are going to see you, but they don't yet, and doing it anyway, even having an intuition that you're on the right path in your soul, but not having those external results yet, and doing it anyway, keeping that raw edge to yourself. Wow, Leo, you're very talented. And it's just so graceful when someone does that. And when the world catches up to you, and they see, it is a beautiful moment. It is a beautiful moment. 9 of Cups. There you go. Fulfillment. Anything else for Leo? I mean, I really think we've... If this is relevant to your life specifically, like, I'm feeling people, it's like every word specifically, please let me know. I need to know. And we can always look into it further if you want, but I need to know. And I want to buy your album. Okay. Ugh. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. The sun. The Ace of Wands. And the King of Cups. That is so beautiful. Also flew out was the Knight of Swords. And on the bottom, the 3 of Swords. I want to see what this is. Oh, wow. You know what I just got? This is really interesting. With this 3 of Swords, I heard El Corazon, and I'm getting sort of... I'm not super familiar with this concept, so please forgive me. But I'm getting that it has to do with like a bleeding heart, and it's some sort of like religious symbolism, and I'm not super familiar with it personally, but that's what I'm getting. And applied to you, Leo, so please someone tell me what I'm seeing and hearing here. Applied to you, Leo, being that you're the lion heart, your heart is so important. Ooh, it's related to this 10 of Swords, that kind of vulnerability, that strength and vulnerability energy, that kind of like, yeah, it's kind of edgy, this dark edge to you. That's what this is, the bleeding heart. Oh my God, it's so good. Wow. People might find this really attractive in you. And I mean attractive in it like on an ethereal level. I mean your energy. It's a vibe. It's kind of addictive. It's different. And just like that, you pull back. I don't know. That's really cool for you, Leo. Knight of Swords. I don't know what that is for you. That kind of flew out once again, and then below that being this 5 of Swords. I think this has to do with defending yourself against your own negative thinking. And if it is about critics, defending yourself against that too. Maybe you're preemptively defending yourself against critics when, you know, you don't need to. Your ability to deal with the swords is your strength anyway, okay? So you don't need to defend yourself against swords when you can take it in stride. Okay, Leo, that was fantastic. I'm so excited for you. The Sun, the Ace of Wands, the King of Cups. I just feel that very pure soul fire, heart light. This heart, this bleeding heart. And it's like also on fire. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please tell me. Yeah, it's really showing that off to the world. I love that. It's like being moody and full of light at the same time. Yeah, I get that there's a cycle coming up where the world will be interested in that. And of course, we do what we do no matter what's going on. But it does help when it happens to line up with what we already do, right? Okay. Wow. Okay, so final tarot here. We have Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, and Eight of Swords. With the Judgment and the Ace of Pentacles, I do really, truly feel success for you. Ooh. Oh, that Ace of Pentacles. One, it flipped. Two, it wanted to be here. There's some sort of giving and receiving between the High Priestess and the Hierophant. So, something between intuition and doctrine, always at the same time keeping both in mind. So learning and growing and following the rules in whatever way that applies. And also doing what's right internally. Judgment. Judgment is like the higher death card for me. And generally, to me, it signifies an extreme cycle, beginning or ending. I usually get beginning. I don't know if other readers say that, but usually for me, the Judgment card shows up when you're starting something new. Of course, it always means you have to end something as well, but when you're like starting something big, the Judgment card shows up. And with that Ace of Pentacles, that could be fame, success, money, real status in some way. And with the High Priestess and the Hierophant, it could be a spiritually high status too. With the Eight of Swords and then the Four of Swords and then the Moon, I really feel that you have to just protect yourself against any mental doubt that's creeping into your mind. Make sure you're getting good rest. Before you go to sleep, meditate, pray, do a quick little clearing, grounding, whatever it is you do, okay, Leo? And I think it will help to regenerate in your sleep and wake up refreshed. And you'll be able to just push those thoughts and keep them at bay. All right, Leo. That was very cool. I am going to get you one little oracle message, and I will read it to you this month because I received messages that there were specific things people needed to hear for activations, and that might not always be true, but it is right now, so I'm gonna go with it. Okay. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. No. Leo. Sun and Gemini reading. I would also like to go back to doing my cards the way I'm used to, but that one. Okay. Cool. Great. You have change. So I'm going to read that to you, Leo. What I need to do is change. Sorry. Dancing clouds. Throughout time, people have looked to the heavens for signs, and in the ever-changing movements of the clouds, they have seen shapes and forms that seem to be direct messages from the Creator. Clouds are shapeshifters. Their essence is the same, but they can change from mist to rain to ice to snow to water. The transient nature of clouds lends the understanding that life is transitory and ever-changing. The sacred landscape wants you to know It's okay to change your mind. It's alright to change directions. You do not need to be consistent. This is the time to put the needs and expectations of others aside and listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Ugh, I love it, Leo. Please do let me know how this resonated for you, and I look forward to seeing you back here again soon. Okay, Leo. Talk to you again soon. Bye.